Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the story. Today's real-life short story through voice. Fascinating and inspiring read. In Miss Carol's house there is a group of thugs. Came to collect the debt. It seemed like her husband had sniffed it out. When they come in, Mr.'s house Ronald ran away. They didn't. Seeing the debtor, he was very angry at a big guy. Tall, muscular, full of facial tattoos. Bluntly, he threw a sharp look. Hook towards the poor wife. His voice growled like a wild animal about to pounce. Take the prey out of George's mouth. Curses and threats. Threat, where is your husband? Today, mister. If you can't get money, someone will fall in love with you. With him here, Miss Carol stands still. In the corner of the house. My hands and feet were shaking and my mouth was shaking. George did not make a sound because he was afraid of the leader. Even more furious, he picked up a small knife. But very sharply walked to his side. The poor woman's voice was full of bitterness. Are you not listening to me or are you defective? Disability. Miss Carol kneeled down in a scared voice. Try to say a few words. I don't know where my husband went. What do you say my grandfather did? What offends you guys? Here, big brother. His face was stiff and his voice was serious. My money doesn't pay, so we don't. I have to come here if I'm not at home. Pay it instead. Miss Carol's face turned white. Sick, her voice is weak. Chilly. I beg you. My family is very poor. He gambled all the time. So we went hungry. Full meal. Hope you guys have mercy on us. If you don't talk about Downia Bacone, then pay it back. Money. If you're still in trouble, don't blame me, he said as soon as he finished speaking. Saw a girl running from outside. In his eyes, he looked in the direction. Amanda. Then he smacked his mouth. That plate. She is really beautiful with white skin, big eyes and face. NGO's two dimpled cheeks. I really see him wanting his daughter. Amanda shouted loudly. Amanda, please run quickly. Run fast or I will catch you. Except for that debt, Amanda is no longer a stranger. The fact that people come to collect debts, although she once studied martial arts, but they are both large and muscular. Like lightning, she jumped into the car. Ran quickly to the main street to meet the debt collectors. Immediately jumped into the car and chased after the car. Quickly ran into a small alley. Crossed onto a major road in a hurry. So she crashed into a car. Amanda, lying motionless. The debt collectors were cut off. Just arrived in time to see Amanda's accident. He immediately left and the driver quickly got out of the car. See the situation of the victim. Said Mr. President is a girl who probably suffered. The injury is quite serious and must be done now. How are you? George's voice was determined to save people as an official. The most important things are considered second. The same person put the girl in the car and brought her in the hospital. On the way, George looked more. The girl he found more and more familiar. In particular, she has a very similar birthmark on her hand. The girl who saved him when he was kidnapped. When I was 10 years old, I suddenly remembered this incident. Past, but he still did not dare to confirm. That was the benefactor who saved me. The person sitting in that car was the president of George Fire Corporation, is famous abroad. More handsome and successful than George. Is the golden object for girls to marry. But he still doesn't have any pink shadow. Because for a long time there has always been a shadow in my heart. Cruel image. If this is a girl. Saved himself, George hopes she will be safe. And so that you have the opportunity to repay your kindness. Miss Carol's heart felt like it was on fire and she was anxious. She was afraid her daughter would not be safe. All she saw was hatred for marrying a gambler. Many times I was planning to give my husband one. The medicine was given but she didn't have enough. So cruel. Miss Carol can't wait forever. Seeing my daughter come home, I started to worry more. She took the car and ran out to the street to find Amanda. But couldn't find a girl. Saw a very crowded street. The episode also saw that TH had police present. While working, she curiously walked over to see daughter's car and a large pool of blood on the street. Her heart seemed to burst. In her chest, she found it difficult to breathe. With heavy legs, she mustered up the courage to ask. Labor. And Kia car is my daughter's. Where was my girl when we arrived? The person who was taken away only remains now. School. You can go back to headquarters to see. Mrs. Tong's daughter's camera drove into one car. I think your daughter was. Take to the nearest hospital. Then Miss Carol's heart is filled with confusion. Man, bah, thank you. Then she got in the car and went to the nearest hospital. Looked around the emergency room and she still couldn't. Found the child. The man's daughter helped Amanda stand. Wait outside. 4 doctors came out and said, she just got bumped and it wasn't dangerous. Life be the patient needs to be hospitalized. Weeks to follow. Follow, yes. Thank you, Dr. George. You know, Amanda's picture is not dangerous. So he, feeling relieved, the nurse brought Amanda to her. Hans saw and ran to see her child. The girl was in a coma. Tears rolling down her face. Choked voice. Amanda, I'm okay. But I'm sorry. George got emotional when knowing the girl's name was through him seeing it. Once the patient's family arrived, it was quite quiet. His heart walked to the woman's side. Was crying and asked her this was her mother. Yes, her situation is not dangerous. To my life. Thank you very much. So please take care of her. I'll ask your permission. George called as he left. How's the situation with you? I'm at the police station to make a record about the traffic accident. He quickly investigate everything about the girl. That's for me as quickly as possible. Well said, George. Call a taxi back to the company. In the hospital, Amanda woke up and looked. Seeing her mother in distress, she cried. Amanda's red eyes looked at her mother affectionately. Tell me it's okay, Mom, don't worry. Have you woken up yet? Miss Carroll held her daughter's hand with a touching voice. I won't be able to live if I have a destiny. At first, George planned to return to the company. But he still felt uneasy, so he filmed. Came back and saw the boss looking at the beauty. Pine did not dare to bother standing in a corner. And waited a while before George saw it. Pine and tell him to pay all the hospital bills here. Go. Yes, sir. This is all the information of the girl who is. It's in there. George, open your document bag. Inside is full of information and pictures. Photo of the girl in detail from childhood to present. Because he read her information and knew she was just right. Just graduated from college and haven't found one yet. Got a job while my father was gambling and in debt. So much so that they come to the house to cause trouble, and if you want to arrest someone to pay off their debt, you chase them away. According to her, before that, it was the lenders, her father's creditors' interest. Accidentally saw a photo of her when she was young. His aunt confirmed that she was the little girl from back then. She had saved him every memory of the past. About George was extremely happy to know. The girl I saved was my benefactor when my brother told me to go deal with the guys. Big brother, I hope she will have a life after peace. You can't hide it. Wondering in his heart, he just smiled. Said, you like this girl already? I just seeing her pitiful. Please don't do it, but deduce it to pay hospital bills. After that, he immediately went to settle the matter. George just happened. George Fire Group assignment is a corporation. Large and has a large bodyguard force. Within a few hours I found it. Be the lair of the loan sharks. The group got out of the car. Followed by the group. There were about 10 bodyguards and they went straight in. Where the debt collector named Big Brother is staying. Sitting on a big chair. Calmly pulled out a chair and sat down. Serious eyes looked straight at the name. Take the lead and say he specializes in lending to her. The interest he has forced so many gamblers into. Road scene. The same Big Brother bluntly said so. What does it have to do with you? Calmly answer. It's okay with me, but I'm your boss. I'm not satisfied with what you guys did yesterday. Forced a girl to have a traffic accident. Run away if this comes to the police. I don't know what that girl is like now. Was in a coma and suddenly saw the boss there. Looking wistfully, he continued talking about his family. How much money does that girl owe you? The Big Brother said with a cold face that both principal and interest were included. 200K only. Thong voiced decisively. We will pay them with one thing. Hearing that, the Big Brother's name immediately changed. His tone softened and he said he did. Whatever the conditions are, you can just say it from now on. After that, you are not allowed to lend her house. If not, you have to return the money. Is 200K and we will report you. Illegal lending activities as well as cases. Other job in 10 years of non-business. Law of. He felt himself being grabbed by the person in front of him. When he was recognized by the Big Brother's name, he bowed down and bowed. Tell me what you say. It's like that. Said sternly. Signing this commitment will make it easy for me to return home. Report to the boss, the leader, even though he is unhappy. But when looking at his spirit. Also signed the hand-sucking commitment. Signal to the person who brought the money to settle the matter. After that, he went straight to the hospital above. Way, I think Boss George is strange. Before now, he ignores things that happen many times. Hey, why does he want to help someone? Could it be that the boss has a crush on that girl? Then came the Thong Hospital parking lot and called. Immediately, George finished everything and arranged it. Only heard one sound. Well, the next day George visited Amanda again. But he just stood looking at her through the side door. In the poor girl also George appeared. Out Ryan's presence sees Amanda looking towards him. He went in to look into Amanda's eyes and so that she wouldn't embarrass him. Say hello, my name is George the First, I'm human. Took her to the hospital the other day and she was fine. Yet Amanda is quite flustered because of the words of the man. She replied, I thank you. I'll probably get it today or tomorrow. After being discharged from the hospital, George looked at Amanda affectionately. Where did you say you work? I just graduated and I haven't been able to apply yet. Whether you want to come to my company to work. No, why are you being nice to me? Me, because I am a good person, Amanda mused. Think why he wants to help. Should I accept his offer? No, she told him to tell the truth. Of course it's true, George observed. The girl in front of her, besides Amanda, is kind. The lifesavers in Ananda have something to do. Others want to care and protect you. Said she would make Sharon sign it for me. Let me think. George is afraid you still have. It's hard to think about. I solved the story of her family. Once everything is decided, you can rest assured. Amanda felt confused by the man's words. He said before her eyes he spoke of my dad. Why do you have to do that? I said. Then I'm a good person, George said. Looking into Amanda's eyes made her feel embarrassed. Amanda pondered and said, I would go to work to pay off your debt. Your brother should get better first. You don't need it. Must urgently. Amanda felt extremely difficult in her heart. Understand, is it possible that there is only one in this world? Is he such a good person? Or is he for some other purpose? But then Amanda dismissed it. Away from that thought, she looked into George's eyes and think about what you did to Amanda. He is so honest and you can try to trust him. Once she said, he helped me decide. I will trust you. Please don't disappoint me. I hope George feels happy, but there was no expression on his face. It was right for me to help Amanda. This girl has an unusual temperament. Even though you're in a miserable situation, you still find a way. Rise up and die without backing down now. Still optimistic and confident in life. He also intended to tell the truth to the main aunt. Was the benefactor who saved my life when I was young. 8 years old, but he wanted to let Amanda claim it. A few days later, Amanda was discharged from the hospital and received help. George's manager brought her to C's company. Officially became Sharon's private secretary. The company raised another red flag. Discussing Amanda's appearance makes the young girl has the ability to envy, but Amanda also ignored everything because she had to go to work. Amanda's debt repayment becomes Sharon's signature. Chairman of Fire Electronics Group, George became big news in the industry. Because George has been president ever since. The group has never recruited Sharon to sign a female on the side. Next to him quickly Miss Rebecca's mother, George. Also know that Amanda is with him every day. Next to Sharon's work, she signed her assistant, responsible for scheduling and reminders. The day's chores for George. Amanda is also very quick at work. Used to the job and George because of it. Miss Sharon signed the beautiful man he worked every day. More effective the more you come into contact with her. He liked her even more and Amanda still did. Concentrate on fulfilling your duty. But George's feelings grew stronger. Growing up even so, he still tried to hold back. Again until Amanda can pay it off. I don't want her to have to think twice. Thought as she made her third month. George increased her salary with the intention of helping. She quickly repaid her budding love debt. Up George's crush on Amanda. Like a fire when Amanda worked last year she also paid off her father's debt. George begins to pursue her vigorously. His mother often has private appointments with Amanda. High. People who often go out to eat have not yet. Especially George often goes into the kitchen himself. Cook 2 portions of rice and take it with you on the weekend. He often invites her to watch George movies as well. Don't be in a hurry. I want to be friends. Her before holidays or birthdays. Amanda, he often creates joy. Surprise so Amanda can celebrate her birthday with his mother because of his and Amanda's feelings. George also develop more than before her. Also pay more attention to him in one visit. Working in France, George confessed his love to Amanda. Right at the Eiffel Tower he knelt down and said the word. When I met you, I didn't understand why I wanted to protect and care for you. That thought. The past year has never changed in me. I realized I fell in love with you. Please, give me a chance. I want to be taken care of. I've cared for you and protected you all my life. Amanda, very surprised. She is not ready to receive his feelings. Miss George. Told me. George interrupted. You don't need to answer me now. Think about it and then answer me. I will. Waiting for you. George is a bit disappointed, but you. Undeterred that night, Amanda returned depressed. I thought about Sway County many times. Moved by caring gestures. George is for me, but she's still there. I think it's a temporary vibration. She still doesn't believe it herself. George confessed his love to her because she was always there. Even though I'm a poor girl. I agree. Thanks to her boss, she feels more confident. She has never been worthy of George. Now I dare to think about the love story between her and George because she just wanted to live a stable life too. Can take care of poor mother Amanda. Suddenly shed tears when. Always think about the unfortunate mother Miss Carol. Loving and worrying about you is so extreme. I spent my entire youth taking care of Miss Amanda. I don't dare think about my father who loves gambling. Because since the time I was bullied by gangsters pursuing him, he also disappeared. I don't know where he went now that she's on a business trip. Far away. Only my mother lives in a retirement home. Lonely the day after finishing work. George and Amanda went out to eat together in the same house. Quite luxurious shops here have places to draw. Free paintings for guests given by George. Just give Amanda a portrait of. Especially Ms. Amanda. Surprisingly, she was very happy. Because she didn't think he would draw her likeness. So Amanda looked at George with downcast eyes. Love her more than ever. Say thank you very much, I like it very much. George looked at Amanda lovingly and. Say we'll stay 2 more days, I will. Take me to visit this place, still has a lot. Great place. Kai said a little hesitantly. I don't need to waste time on you, George. Seems determined. I know there's no time. Being with you is happy time. Most of my life you said so and I did it. I'm sad. Amanda doesn't mean you any harm. Just don't want to waste precious time. Boss's price only for the remaining days. George do. Amanda went to visit the museum. Louvre at night, Notre Dame Cathedral, Paris. George. Be a tour guide for Amanda. He told her about life. When he was 8 years old. He was captured. He was locked in an abandoned house. Luckily, a kind girl saved him and gave him a vase talisman. Her penis looks beautiful. Amanda. Look at the talisman and hand a piece of memory. Childhood appeared in her mind. Rushing back to her. I was about to say he was the boy that day. George spoke up to steal Ms. On's words. It's the boy you saved that I accepted. I met you the day I had a traffic accident. Because of the birthmark on my hand, but I want you to be gentle. Gently accept everything from now on. Kidnapped. His father took him to France. To study. You know I don't have it. His childhood with his parents was the same. Living with strangers since he was a child. Never felt safe. His mother is now very worried about her business. Because many times she intended to buy shares of other shareholders to gain ownership. Company president said he doubted her. Was not his biological mother when he left. When he returned from studying abroad. His father passed away. He still hasn't. Once asked his father about his background. His documents are all in the mother's name. But now he always has a dream. Strange about a woman who kept looking at him. With loving eyes. She often sat and chauffeured. He ran to his side and hugged him to sleep. That dream repeated itself many times. Like every night, but you never look. Seeing her face, he guessed her. Is his mother. Amanda sat still listening to George tell. She suddenly felt sorry for him. She unexpectedly patted his back with her hand. George hugged her again and cried as one. British child. Said he saw his life as never before. Happy and warm until I met you. Since the day I met you, I've learned to care. A person is what it gives. I feel happy, so don't leave. Is it okay to be away from you? I don't know, Amanda. In a moment of weakness. She did. Be sincere with the man first. Her face patted his shoulder and said I would never leave Ryan. Hearing what Amanda said, he also kept quiet. Cried. Then he looked at Amanda and asked, what did you say? Really? Amanda's face turned red and she didn't dare. Looking at Ryan, he kept asking her questions until heard her answer. I said. George was so happy that he hugged her. Amanda was in her arms for the first time. The strange man she felt so deeply. Warm, she thought to herself. But it felt like it. A caring person is like this though. Amanda has a father, but he is always selfish. Knew Amanda herself not once. Feel the warm, familiar feeling. She was thinking absent-mindedly when George came up. Hey Amanda, don't call me from now on. Can I talk to you too? Amanda nodded slightly. Perhaps she was struck by his sincere feelings. You touched Amanda and told you too. Heard about his own situation. I also had an unhappy childhood. My family's sad fool's day is calculated. It's not that difficult because my dad is civil servant, but because of passion. I was laid off from my job because of my father. I can't even get a decent job. Hoang, my mother sells fish at the market. Dad would bring as much profit as he could. Gambling to the point that my father became a gangster. Chasing now, it's still unclear. Since I was little, I have worked part-time on my own. No chores other than paying money. Dare to bring home all leave at home. Mom's friend saved money to pay tuition because if you bring it home, Dad will search it and get it all. We are all people who gamble. Lack of love from loved ones. Invisible sufferings gripped him. I'm glad I opened up to you more. If okay, please give me a chance to be together. I share the joys and sorrows in life. How long is human life? My mother? Is working at the market very difficult or not? He helped her get a better job than him. My mother has helped my family a lot. I love my current job. But it's a bit extreme. But she is very. If you need any help, please do so. Whatever you say you can do, I will do it. It's all for you. Amanda, I want to do it. Her relatives. Amanda bowed her face no. George took her hand and tell me not to pay attention to everything outside. Feel my own feelings. If you have feelings for me, don't reject me. Anymore, you will be heartbroken. There. Amanda looked at George, her voice a little muffled. Stop. I'm very afraid of your negative comments. Everyone, I really don't deserve you. I'm just a reluctant Sharon. The situation is so bad I don't have enough confidence to go there. I'm afraid. Amanda hasn't finished her sentence yet. George interrupted. My love for you. Not as good as the gossip out there. Why are you so helpless that you don't know how to explain? How can I make him understand her feelings? Say I'm sorry, George. I'm so disappointed. Say where is the strong girl you see? Then you disappointed me so much. Let's go home. Well, the two of you got in a taxi and went back to the hotel. In the car, George kept looking out the window, not daring to look at him. She felt sorry for him, George, because she betrayed his good feelings. When he arrived, George just quietly walked up. In case you don't know, Amanda is also very sad. Two people could have brought happiness, bless each other in ironic situations, pushed them in two directions. From the next day, all announcements with Amanda, George. All through assistant Edward, they return home. Right after that, George's mood was extremely low. It's so heavy that he can't concentrate on work. His face always looks criminal to his subordinates. Everyone was scared. Amanda felt the situation was tense. So she submitted a resignation letter. Amanda's actions further upset George. Enraged, he dragged her to the rooftop. A place just for me, and what can I say? If you're such a coward, why are you running? I did that to hide my own feelings. Is very selfish, you know that. He cried and hugged her. Tell me if you feel uncomfortable. I will send you to another department to do the job. Just stay home until you want to go to work. Then come back. Don't treat me badly. With my feelings like that, Amanda. Stop crying, girl. Say, why are you so stubborn? When you have so many opportunities to choose from. Why'd I have to choose you? But because I love you. It's because I'm with you. I feel comfortable and happy because it's only you. It just gives you a feeling of peace. I don't care about anything else, I just care about my feelings for you. After finishing speaking, George kissed him strongly. Her lips a deep kiss. I connect you. Feel your heart is beating fast. No, if you haven't felt the wind yet, I will. Helping the helpless Amanda. She sat down. She was miserable and cried. George also sat down and held her hand. He asked her if she had feelings for her. I don't. Amanda didn't answer with red eyes. She knew she loved him and loved him. I can't just make her feel so awkward. Let people look down on you when you have one lover with no family background. But Amanda was wrong. She didn't expect George to be one. George doesn't care if someone is so passionate. You only care about those things. Her feelings for him should work. Amanda's words really hurt him. Amanda stopped crying. She looked at him and say, I'm sorry. You think I did that? It will be good for you guys who don't understand feelings. My feelings for you are so sincere. The fault is because I'm shallow. I'm thoughtless. I actually love Ryan too. You hear? The answer I expected from you. Happy as if I had just come back to life. He lifted me up. I jumped up and turned my neck around a few times. I'm afraid to shout loudly. Darling, I have finally overcome the lies. Psychological barrier in George's love. Helped her have the courage to speak her heart out. I have broken down the geographical barriers. Social status. From then on they officially dated. George had been dating for nearly a year and asked kiss around on the anniversary of its founding. Amanda and George were married shortly after. Those were the first days of living at Mrs. Husband's house. Rebecca, Amanda's mother-in-law, treats her well on the outside. Like her own daughter, she often took Amanda along. When going shopping, she doesn't let Amanda have to do the housework. Mrs. Bow, Amanda, I don't need anything to do. I just need to take care of you. Good and give birth to George children. Plump mom, as long as she can. She'll be happy. Amanda was very happy that her mother complained to her. This is beyond her imagination. I kept thinking about my mother's low status. Husband will despise and hate but show up. In fact, it was exactly the opposite. She felt, I have another mother who I love very much. Dear mother-in-law, she tells her everything. Listen, including the fact that her period was a few days late. Who told George about it every day. The joy she gets from her mother-in-law. George also felt happy, but he whispered. Thinking back, she happily agreed to the marriage. Hers, but she secretly gave it to him. Look up information about Amanda's situation. What did she do that for? She just wanted to know. Just about the daughter-in-law's situation. Or intentionally. Something else. The more I think about it, the more I see it. I worry about Amanda more than anyone else understands. She doesn't have much sympathy for her personality. People from poor backgrounds must. For the assistant to investigate the affairs of. She just got it. But the results you get are things. The evil she did to your mother and to his brothers in the past. An investigation. Amanda's identity is to smear her in the world of tycoons, but because I thought about it, I am extremely grateful for her upbringing. Love Amanda. I think she wants to make amends. So we don't expose what Ms. Ann wants to do. Amanda lives peacefully in married happiness. 2 months together. Miss Rebecca take Amanda away. The prenatal checkup also told me the doctor to take it. Best medicine for you to take Amanda Hahn. Indescribable happiness she boasted. My husband took me to a prenatal checkup today. My health is at a suitable stage. During pregnancy, my mother even bought me a lot. I'm very happy with the tonic. You see, very reassuring. Miss Rebecca behaves very well with George. It's hard to think that he thought she would go crazy. Many tricks like other cruel mothers-in-law never expected her. Loves and takes good care of Amanda. Arrive. But she silently added 1 pill. Medicine in that supplement part. It has effect. Abortion, but Amanda was too trusting. Thinking she was her grandmother. She drank it but didn't. There was no doubt until a year later. Amanda. She's even more worried because she hasn't gotten pregnant yet. She went to another hospital for examination. The doctor told her she had taken antidepressants. Amanda fell into a state of confusion because every time she went for a health checkup, she was fine. She often asked the doctor over and over again. Many times the doctor confirmed that I had took the abortion pill, and then Amanda took it. Inside revealed a portion of the medicine she knew about. Drink she gave to the doctor, and speaking during the past 10 months, I always take this supplement and see if your doctor can help you. For me, the doctor took it and looked at it carefully. He still said, sure, this pill is the abortion pill. The remaining pills are all Amanda hand supplements. Her feet were like mud. She used her confused mind to whisper. Think who was the one who added the extra medicine. This is in Miss Hoang Mang's medicine. The doctor looked at her with an uneasy look. I advise you to take this medicine home and drink it. Helps her eliminate all toxins. Next month you come back here. I will examine her to prepare for work. When she is ready to have children, she will take medicine. Everything should be directly asked through the opinion of dentist. Amanda is very grateful to the doctor. Kind. She thanked Amanda profusely, then stood up and went to the row of chairs to wait and sit. After a long time, she called, George, husband, my mother is not feeling well today. Came back to visit my mother and stayed for a few days. On the other side, George was gentle. Asked my mother, what's wrong? Do you need me? Is the assistant coming to take my mother to the hospital? Amanda was uneasy, so she spoke quickly. Yes, it's just a normal ache. Mom, there's nothing to worry about. I'll call you if I need you. Goodbye, dear husband. After 2 days at Amanda's mother's house, having calmed down, she decided to come. The doctor that my mother-in-law introduced me to. Again she received the same result. Like before, her health was very normal. Very suitable for pregnancy. Amanda asked, why did I take hospital medicine for a year? Still not pregnant, doctor. The doctor was surprised and did not know how to explain. How he just had to say sometimes to her, "It's okay to be stressed or want a baby too much." Very difficult to get pregnant. Amanda still not finding. Having received the answer, she had to say goodbye and leave. After walking for a while, she ducked into one place. Discreetly heard the doctor call. "Someone, sir." She said she came here today for a checkup. It seemed like she had doubts about the results. Amanda's diagnosis is so big that she doesn't know. Who is that hidden person at all costs? I have to drag that person into the light. She wants to know. Do you have such hatred that you won't let her have it? Amanda has been married for over a year. But she has no powers at all. Everything in the house is managed by her mother-in-law. Even the new sister-in-law came home after the second sister month. Even though you're rich, you're still not. Has status in the family. Amanda contemplates every tank. She didn't know who to suspect, so she confide in her husband. That night Amanda waited for George to return, but that night, "Now I have to meet an important partner," came home a bit late. She was about to go to the bathroom. Passing by her mother-in-law's room, she heard her talking on the phone this morning. "Call me when I'm busy if he comes to be examined. If you're pregnant again, just talk about its health." Normally Amanda almost fell to the ground. Her arms and legs trembled as she tried to walk. Back in the room she couldn't believe what it was. "I'm hearing it, but you're not. I want to be pregnant and my mother-in-law is my mother-in-law." Well, Amanda isn't sure either. "Decided to let someone follow my mother." A few days later, the detective called her husband to tell her the news. "Miss Rebecca and Dr. Jeffrey are check her out. I'll send it to you from a place I've known for a long time. After listening to an audio file, you will understand." Amanda quick opened the audio file to see her hear clearly every sentence and every word of his mother's words. "Husband said I made an appointment with you to ask for your opinion. Madam, this is also very dangerous. If it breaks, I will be fired. The industry is not just a matter of playing." Don't worry. Amanda is so stupid that she doesn't know. What the hell, it still thinks I'm human. What a wonderful mother-in-law. She doesn't know me. I hate the poor appearance. How can I let him carry his bones? It's an insult to my family. Let's leave it at home. I add another year until at that time it still not pregnant, I will kick her out. And if you lose your job, I'll take care of it. Tell me to be happy for the rest of my life. I'm at peace. Mind you, Amanda, listening to this, thought it was a movie. She is the most acceptable. At that time, she didn't know what to do. Already transferred the payment to the detective. Get in a taxi to a close friend's house outside the city to rethink everything. The story of her having to stay away from her mother-in-law. She can't stay in that Buddha's mouth forever. In that house, let people love you. Organize your life because you're so scared. She didn't even remember to text me. Husband arrived when the phone rang continuously. When she first woke up and answered the phone. On the other side, George's voice was full of worry. "Where are you? Where are you?" "I'm visiting a friend. She just broke up with her lover. I will call you back later." This is the second time Amanda lied. Her husband doesn't want him to be sad and she will handle it his way through. The next day, Amanda called George. She say, "Husband, I want to move out. Is it possible to live?" Ryan was a bit surprised. "Of course." So he replied, "Of course. But why do you want to go out to live?" "Yes, I've been at home for almost a year now. We still don't have a child that we want to leave. In life, children have good luck." Then, George had no idea that Amanda was. "There's something to hide from me, but it's not convenient for me." Asked and he answered so she could feel secure and leave him alone. "Tell your assistant to clean the house tomorrow and send me the address. Just go tomorrow and I'll come pick you up and take you home." Amanda. George revealed his mother's sinister plot. Her husband and she ran away from George because of what happened. Unusual for his wife. So he gave it to his assistant. The investigation resulted in the information being bought back. Get an audio file from a detective. George finally found out the cause. Why does Amanda want to live on her own? He felt strangely sorry for her. "George, I don't know what to do to make up for it. The hurt that his mother caused him he took. Makes it extremely difficult to understand why his mother living such a double life is just because of criticism. Amanda's background, or there is another reason. Something else in George's mind was even more doubtful. Doubt about that person's true identity. I'm calling George's mother to come back to my house. Asked his mother to open the recording file. Miss Rebecca heard Miss Rebecca's face change and she sat down. Get down on the sofa. Her voice stuttered. It's not like that, kid. My son only wants the best for his wife and children. George's voice was extremely angry. The evidence was clear. It's so obvious that I can't deny it anymore. Or what Miss Rebecca tried to justify. You also know that Mom loves Amanda very much. Mom sees her as her daughter and takes care of her. Even if I care about him, I won't let him do it. Whatever it is, it just needs to give birth to a continue. George bitterly said it was all just. It's just a lie that Way's mother created. A saintly mother-in-law image to have. Was taken advantage of by Amanda's trust. The news that her mother had harmed her was also her mother. Women, how can mothers be so cruel? I can forgive you, Mom, for anything. But this particular matter is not Amanda. Is everything to Miss Rebecca, who is still trying to figure it out. Bua, it's not like that. My child, listen. Mom said the recording was fake. She said, find the truth of who you are. My son, you have to trust me. Okay? Believe in an unknown recording. This origin. George shook his head in disgust. He wasn't sad. Say one more word and go upstairs. Grab a few necessary items and leave. In addition to Miss Rebecca. She looked at her son and fell in love. Full of resentment, Amanda, it's all because of you. Without you this house would not be possible. Like that, I don't need to be cruel. No, you, my son, have married a worthy girl. It's worth it. You should blame your fate. My own poverty makes me want to kneel. Return to control your life. Miss Rebecca, she is left alone without commitment. Allow yourself to be despised by your son. So she thought of a way to fall. All the blame falls on the second daughter-in-law. If it is her. If he doesn't listen, his family won't. After thinking about it, she immediately called. Where is Toucan? Yes, I'm going shopping with my friends. I took the opportunity to go home and my mother had something she wanted. Discuss with. Yes, I'll be home soon. Mom, Miss Rebecca. Sitting on the sofa, Mrs. On's eyes lit up. That cunning look in his eyes seemed to want to kill. The grandmother sat and thought about what to do. Convince Sharon to listen to him. Sharon is a girl from a family. Her family business also has a place. Standing in the business field, she does not. Easy to bully like Amanda. Sharon also large in the business environment she was soon exposed to. With life, Sharon also experienced an ambitious. Miss Rebecca sat for a while. Then Sharon came home with her daughter-in-law. Bag in hand. Big and small walked into her house with a breathy voice. Gasped and asked Mom to call me home. Is there anything wrong? Miss Rebecca, I don't know where to start. Then she softened her voice. Tell your mother that she has something to ask. Sharon pour a glass of water and then she said. If there's anything wrong, please tell me if you can help me. Will help. Miss Rebecca also stop being around me. Grandma said he didn't know where his brothers and sisters from Condau came from. An audio file that records the conversation. The story between my mother and a doctor was false. I'm sorry I harmed Amanda so she couldn't. Can be replaced, so the couple moved. I'm going out to stay. I'm going to ask you to stand up. Confess that you are the one who quit smoking. Abortion on sister-in-law's supplements and I'll hire someone to fake the recording file. Give me 3 million shares of the company later. If you have a child, I will give your child 5% of the stock. The other part is how you see Sharon. I was shocked at what I just heard. It was so unexpected that she didn't even know it. I have to choose how she thinks. If my mother-in-law does this, then Mrs. That's too scary. But why? Do the same again with 8 shares of volume. The group is quite big. I can have one. A solid foothold in the Think Corporation. That's it. Sharon, tell Mom. Husband, this story is also relatively big. Mom, can you give me some more thought? Miss Rebecca is asking for help from Sharon so she doesn't dare to pressure her. She had to speak softly. Just slowly think about it when it's done. Tell Mom. Yes, Mom. Sharon returned to room. Immediately texted my father to let the investigator know about her mother-in-law. Sharon received it 2 days later. As a result, her mother-in-law was indeed harmed. You have to be careful. Sister-in-law Sharon. I don't dare believe what I heard. Passed the audio PH. It has been checked. Proof that there was no forgery in the letter. Wondering and thinking about the number of shares. Too attractive. Guide, I have to find a way to get it. After 2 days of research, Sharon, there was a decision. Decide for yourself. She will admit that she harmed her sister-in-law out of jealousy. You already have your mother-in-law as your boss. What else to be afraid of? Sharon, see you tomorrow. Amanda, and tell her the truth. I'm new. Was the one who put the abortion pill in. My sister's tonic is very jealous of her. Why are they the same daughter-in-law? You are loved like that and I am. It's like being a stranger in the family. I don't want you to carry it. Pregnant, why did you do that? If I'm pregnant, what effect will it have on you? Are you really naive or pretending to be naive? So if you get pregnant, the corporation will belongs to your child and mine will. How I just want to have just one child. I don't think much like that. You don't think, but me think she deliberately harmed me. What about that recording? It's because of me. Just intentionally faking it. I don't believe you. Don't lie. So what reason do you have for telling lies? I hate her because she doesn't like to go out. What about my body and my mother's feelings? What about you? It's just a lie. I'm running out of words to tell you. I'm now hated by my mother. If you don't forgive me, I will be kicked out by my mother. Get out of the house. I beg you to have mercy. Marry me because of a minute mistake. No matter what you tell me in the future, I'll be fine. Listening to my sister, I didn't want to talk. And she also didn't want to see her face. It's best that you never show up first. My face. Sharon knelt down in front of Amanda, holding Amanda's leg. Her tears were falling. Extremely sad. Please bow to Amanda at the same time. Tell me please. Please forgive me. One go. Amanda walked out of the cafe and looked back when Amanda left with a look on her face. Two showed a cunning smile and one cruel thoughts. Just wait until later. You have to beg me. You think I'm because why'd I only care about the corporation's shares? Okay. Sharon wiped her tears and called Rebecca. I humbled myself to apologize to her, but she is still not forgiven. Okay. Everything else is okay. Let Sharon's mother hang up the phone so she can sit and think. Think I'm pleading guilty on my mother's behalf. I tried everything but she still wouldn't forgive me. Let me tell you that it's yours to suffer. I'm happy Amanda back home. Her condition is so bad she doesn't understand why she simply wanted to give birth to one. Even a child can cause enemies. With so many people, she was even worse. I didn't expect Sharon to become materialistic. So cruel as. So the next day Miss Rebecca went to her house to explain. Prefer loss and wish Amanda would come back to live together. Come back to mom. Go. I really miss you when you're not at home. Very you. Look at Miss Rebecca's sad appearance. I only regret that Mrs. Sow did not become an actress. Probably the villain roles her mother-in-law will play. Chosen by famous directors. Candidate number M. I'm so bored that I don't bother to listen. Her mother-in-law pretended to justify her sitting still. Without saying a word, the eyes became blank. Feeling like maybe she doesn't know who to trust anymore. But from what I have seen of her, no, her mother-in-law directly related to harming her. She just wanted to be left in peace. Even though I live like that, I still miss Sharon and Miss Rebecca. Clinging to her, she chose to leave. Really don't want to have the slightest bit of involvement. What happened to the house that brought her so much? Despite such pain, she remained calm. It's like nothing when watching her mother-in-law act. Miss Rebecca, looking at her daughter-in-law's expression, she understood, more than anyone else, the good feelings have been there for a long time. Gone, but Miss Rebecca still not realize how big it is, because basically Rebecca, she has never given birth before. Ever felt the sacred love of motherhood. She also never had a husband. I truly love the door. But she was only seen as a woman. That's why she didn't allow Amanda. Hey, Cher is blessed, but she is not. There is no way to get it. So at all costs she must grasp it. Two daughters-in-law in the palm of Miss Rebecca's hand. Seeing that Amanda still hasn't changed her mind. Mrs. Slight tone change. Calm down. I know you're angry and I'll wait until you stop being angry. That's it. Please go back to your mother and don't even look at her. Kay once answered her with a word of resistance. Her excellent communication with Mrs. She became even angrier, but she had to pretend to be weak. When she leaves, she will find an opportunity to force her to do so. Has been in her arms since the day George moved out. Outside of Miss Rebecca always hopes that one day she found an opportunity for him and Amanda to separate. Kissed and forced George to marry a girl. You are a child of the Min group. Long time ago. Bamboo is a classic poet. France said she was both beautiful and intelligent. Min is very loyal and she only loves each other. George she wanted to talk to many times. George, but there was no suitable opportunity. So she had to find every way to get Amanda to leave George, then she can perform the negative. Her purpose is to marry Truck. For my son, not for my honor. Miss Rebecca's family was secretly in love when she was young. But it didn't work out, so she wanted to. Truck returned as a bride for Mr. Ton to see. She looked at her with a different look. George returned and saw it. Amanda was unhappy and he kept it a secret. Give Amanda a trip. Suddenly went to France where he confessed his love with her. The two of them were there for a week. They were new. Returned to Vietnam 5 weeks later, Amanda felt sick. I saw many changes in Ms. Gluttony's body. The body's desire to sleep more than usual also increases. After gaining a few pounds, she went to the doctor and the doctor said, "You are 5 weeks pregnant. Congratulations. Ms. Amanda is so happy, she has never been happier." So you ask your doctor for advice on pregnancy care. Pediatric for me, I'm pregnant for the first time, so still very confused. Amanda listened attentively. She listened carefully to every word the doctor said. Taking notes, she held a piece of paper in her hand. Ultrasound to lift the breasts and soften the mouth. Smiled in happiness. Amanda's eyes lit up a sparkling light and magic wine. That is the light of a mother's love for her child. She felt every bit of the movement. Moving in the body, the feeling of being a mother. Make Amanda happy all day, but she wants to. For surprise, George, when the sunset fell behind the rows of high-rise buildings, follow the flow of people. Hey George, return to your sweet home. Every day there is always Amanda waiting for you. Hot meals today is so fun. So she specially went to the market and to the kitchen. As soon as George rang the bell, Amanda came out to greet him. She is happy. Hey, look what I'm cooking today. George, I see my wife is in a happy mood today. His unusually cheerful voice told him. Guess what I will cook? Braised pork ribs and fish soup. Are tomatoes and beef stir-fried with green cabbage correct? You are good, but I have 2 more subjects. What 2 dishes? Let me think for sure. Is a dish of steamed fish rolled with vermicelli and steamed crab. I can read your mind. So, because I know my wife cooks all the dishes. I like that. George kisses boring Amanda. I hugged her and said thank you, my dear wife. Amanda's revenge is in his ear. He's up. Then George asked again, as if to confirm I had. Are you pregnant? Amanda looked at her husband and nodded. George's head confirmed that he was overjoyed. Picked Amanda up and spun her around a few times. Advise your husband, the doctor advises everything right. So gentle. Mr. George is gentle. Put Amanda down. His voice was full of love. I love you. Thank you for bringing me. Give me infinite happiness from now on. Must be careful everything. You will hire someone. Take care of your baby at home for the first 3 months. You shouldn't travel too much if you're pregnant. You should also keep it a secret for your safety. Yes, Amanda sees George as the one. The thoughtful husband spreads the room. Taste of love and happiness. George and Amanda never had a good day. So the next day George rented it. Amanda's special caregiver at house and hire an additional maid. Amanda finds her husband caring and attentive. She was so touched that she silently said to Dad, I love my mother and I very much when C grows up. Love you, Dad. When Amanda gets out. In January, Sharon also became pregnant with Miss Rebecca. Changed his attitude towards Sharon because Sharon was pregnant. Could threaten Amanda if's position. Amanda never got pregnant, but Sharon gave birth. Boys are very likely to inherit the throne. Until then, she can still make excuses. 2 was pregnant and forced Amanda to divorce her. George hasn't had one because they've been married for a long time. Pregnant Miss Rebecca made a plan in her head, but man proposes, God disposes at this time. Amanda was pregnant, but for safety of baby George was silent and told no one. Or the fact that Amanda carries pregnant, but Miss Rebecca always watches every move. Amanda's movements made her quick. George learned that Amanda was pregnant one day. Do only Amanda at home with the doctor and the maid. Miss Rebecca came and preached. Serve Amanda return. When I got home, I found out you were pregnant. Sharon also. I'm pregnant and should live together. It's convenient for Mom to take care of Mom and she doesn't want to carry it. Bad reputation for the eldest daughter-in-law of the Waugh group. George was alone outside with no one taking care of him. Amanda's squirrel heard her say that she felt cold all over. Back to the story. She was pregnant with the couple. Keep it as secret as her mother-in-law still has. I could tell this made Amanda feeling uneasy. She texted George, his mother. Here, I'm convincing you to go home, George. While at the corporation, he quickly returned. The house is only about 5 minutes from the corporation, so he also returned in time when Miss Rebecca had not yet left. Immediately returned to George's place. Tell Mom never to come here again. I left and didn't want to see my mother again. Mom, please don't disturb my life. You too, Mother. Live your own life. If I have free time, I go traveling with your friends. Don't worry about their affairs. Me too. If not, Mom will never look. Miss Rebecca can't see us anymore. The boy was very determined. So she relented. Mom's voice was just wanting to care about her bones. It's just your humiliation. I don't mean anything by it. Different from cold George. Replied that my wife and children already have children to take care of. I don't bother you, Mom, now you're home. Miss Rebecca was angry at him, but she still tried. Hold on and leave when your mother-in-law leaves. Amanda. Only then can I feel relief in my heart. The time Amanda was harmed by taking abortion pills. You can only trust George. She doesn't dare to listen to the words from Miss Rebecca's mouth. She felt scared of a mother. Husband is as scheming and cruel as Miss Rebecca. Law. He has clearly investigated Miss Rebecca herself. Used the corporation's shares to exchange with her sister-in-law so that Sharon could go to Amanda and confess. Harmed Amanda. Miss Rebecca did it because she wanted to. Do you know Miss Rebecca? Must be his biological mother. He sent it to detectives. Investigation as soon as Amanda was murdered. George appeared his diary. Your mother knows the whole truth. Also quietly went for a bloodline assessment. Results. He and Miss Rebecca are not in a relationship. But George thought of her merit first. Raised him so he couldn't bear to be with Vacha. Her crime ran because of that when she saw the news. George's wife's message was very alarming. He was afraid of her. Will do something to harm Amanda again. George also understood clearly from the diary. The feud between his mother and Miss Rebecca was over. Life is also because Miss Rebecca poisoned George. Miss Rebecca's anger flared up again. Miss Rebecca couldn't convince Miss Rebecca return. Living together. She hated Amanda even more than she did. Miss Rebecca, she didn't do that because she didn't want to. Your niece has a choking mother. Don't want the enemy's daughter-in-law to be possible. Live happily and warmly with her family. Miss Rebecca also has a humiliating past. At that time, Miss Rebecca had just graduated. Trong is a girl with a very rich background. Good Miss Rebecca fell in love with her but failed. Hated when going to a birthday party. Japanese Miss Rebecca got drunk and was attacked by bad guys. Raped, then Miss Rebecca was pregnant. Miss Rebecca was not. Accept the harsh truth. Fell on her head so she had an abortion. Miss Rebecca thought her burden had been relieved. Who would have thought she would rebuild her life? It was that abortion that caused Miss Rebecca to die. You can have children again later when you meet them. Mr. Timothy, George's father. The two fell in love. They were passionate about each other. But she still couldn't. Having children. Mr. Timothy decided to move on. Married George's mother. But George's mother was absent. Gave birth to two boys. Mother George's son. More loved by her husband than before. In front of Mr. Timothy, Miss Rebecca. She always pretends to be. Saw's wife is gentle and tolerant. Miss Rebecca made Mr. Timothy completely believe. Thought, but behind his back he missed Rebecca as one. 2 years have passed since the witch was extremely cruel. The husband only cares about his remaining wife. She is just a shadow in his life. Miss Rebecca, because that makes her even more angry for her fate. Had been drugged into George's mother's food, causing his mother to die when George was just there. Miss Rebecca was 2 years old when she killed her mother and took her child. George's age in front of him. Timothy. Miss Rebecca always loved George brother's afternoon, but later she then starved and beat her 2 brothers. I don't hold back. That's why George did not like her and always seemed to avoid her. He also heard Miss Rebecca talking to her. The maid doesn't need to feed them. If you're full or warm, just wear them. Nor is it its biological mother. In memory, George also had doubts about her. Miss Rebecca is not her biological mother. That thought kept repeating in George's head. Mr. Timothy also noticed an abnormality. Death of concubine plus. George was kidnapped when he was 10 years old. So he was secretly sent son abroad too. George is safe. So in his memory he stays. I vaguely remember the appearance of a woman. Women often repeat it in their dreams. The reason why Miss Rebecca couldn't kill you too. George's brother was in Mr. Timothy's will. Gave Miss Rebecca 20 million shares of the corporation. If she can guarantee their safety. His son, his eldest son, will inherited the group and owns 40% of the shares. If there was George, she would have acted the opposite way. Share ownership will be stripped and deleted. George's name from the household registration when his father passed away was a student in France. He did not. What do you know about evil things? Due to the failure of the plan, Miss Rebecca hired her, the person who secretly changes the medicine of the attending physician. For Amanda, she wanted to kill her child in her stomach, but Dr. George hired, who is very careful on each bottle. All medications have their own markings under the jar with a special ink first. When using, she often double checks. Therefore, Amanda also avoided a life. She didn't dare tell Amanda that she was afraid of him. Affects the psychology of pregnant mothers. The pregnancy doctor just told George to ask. He increased protection for his wife and her. George knew that he deeply hated people. The whole mother scattered this ring. I swear I will find it all. Evidence to hold her guilty from there. George. Hire bodyguards. 24/7 safety protection for the doctor and his wife. George hired a medical team to come. House for the wife to give birth to with care and very good protection of Amanda's husband also. The favorable birth of a baby boy is worth it. Love at the same time. My sister-in-law Amanda also gave birth. Having a daughter Sharon shows her rights. Daughters is threatened because of the family corporation. Her husband is only inherited by her son. So she has. Silently pushing the conflict of Miss Rebecca and Amanda climaxed. She impersonated Amanda and anonymously email Miss Rebecca the words. Perhaps provoking the cruel mother-in-law. I finally gave birth safely. A baby boy. You must be very angry. Right? Because I can't do anything. You deserve it. Dear me, I advise you to rest in peace. Don't commit any more crimes if you live. If you intend to harm me, I will not forgive you. Where do you remember? Miss Rebecca read the message and was furious. I haven't mixed up my heart yet. Settle accounts with you. You still dare to provoke. And why are you threatening me? Just wait. Or about to start, then Miss Rebecca called. Call your hands and feet. Please find someone. The woman I sent you ruined her appearance. Me and how to kidnap the child for me. Don't kill it, just leave it before her. Orphanage for me. Miss Rebecca burst out laughing. Like crazy, you dare to challenge I am me. Let's see if you can still laugh. Do you dare challenge me again? Tell me to be mean to someone. I will be mean to you. I see that if you have children, you won't be able to live near your child. Taste that feeling. Amanda is at home with 2 bodyguards protecting her. But we're all defeated by the assassin. Anesthetic until the assassin entered the room. He immediately grabbed his great-aunt Amanda's son. He wanted his child back. But he used a knife. Threaten you if you dare step forward, I will kill the baby. Amanda tries to plead. I beg you. I can give you anything you need. Please give me back my child. Perhaps Amanda's fate was not at an end at that time. Mrs. Lua next door rang the bell and said the attacker was afraid of being exposed. So he hid behind the curtain. Amanda came out, opening the door. She was extremely nervous. Tell her, is there anything you're looking for? Mrs. Lua saw Amanda's face turn pale. Speak. My child is in danger right now. She will report back. Are you okay, Grandma? My son is meeting you. Dangerous assassin saw the situation at long time will be exposed. He hit hard Amanda and ran away even though Amanda was lost. Ton also could not keep his son. She quickly called the court to ask for help. Help my son who had just been stabbed by a stranger. Kidnap Amanda. Report address to police and quick, call George on the way. George informed the assistant to mobilize all efforts to find son. When George arrived, Amanda passed out because of the pain he had to give. My wife went to the hospital first and then advised me again. Contact the police later. Even now I've been looking for them but I still can't find them. Hung's name. Player since the day she had Amanda's husband because she didn't. She wanted her mother to worry so she always told her. She came back happily until now by chance she came. When I visited my grandchild, I found out that he had been kidnapped. Miss Carol's hospitalized daughter feels overwhelmed. It was as painful as someone stabbing her in the heart with a knife. She tried to comfort her child. My niece will be fine, I will. I'll see him again soon. Believe me, Miss Carol still doesn't make her any better than Amanda. Always immersed in suffering. Where are you? I know there are 2 people gloating about their victory. My Miss Rebecca lives leisurely. The crime I committed and Sharon is holding on to hope. I hope Amanda's son never will appear again. During that time she will gave birth to a son and the last group will also belong to the son. Ms. After 10 hours searching for combined police. George's bodyguards searched everywhere. City for kidnapper not kill immediately. Hostages should learn to pay special attention to the last orphanage was over 18 hours by the police. Also found a child with a picture very similar to the baby Cynthia, George's son. He and his wife came to confirm and pick him up. When her son returned, Amanda was very emotional when she saw her son again. Move both arms to hug son tightly like afraid that bad people would take him away again. George helped his wife and the son got into the car and comforted her. Miss, everything is over. Don't. It's even sadder for a few days after Amanda and George. Use charity to comfort your soul. Like thank God for blessing them. Miss Carol was happy to see her son again. Instead of her daughter, she also became a vegetarian. Month to pray for peace for my daughter and grandchildren. George's grandmother also asked the police to investigate. See if you can find clues from the orphanage. Is the kidnapper or not? Police advised George and his wife to coordinate. Act out a scene to keep the kidnapper away from the public. En vue. I'm sure someone wants to kidnap your child. Want to follow each of you if now you take a family photo and post it on Facebook. I'm sure the name was caught. Toad will take immediate action. We will. For the family guard absolute safety. We do this also to avoid unfortunate consequences later. George and Amanda thought for a moment then agreed. They took a happy family photo. Posted with a family status line. Reuniting the wicked who are about to pay for their sins is indeed be. Miss Rebecca felt extremely worried and called kidnapper and tell me what kind of work you do. Son, the kidnapper has returned to them. Confirm that I will find opportunities to approach. Check to see if the baby is yours. Theirs or not. You do it if you're exposed. Keep your mouth shut or you'll be a loser. Your love is not finished with me. That afternoon, George's family deliberately joked. Having fun in the surrounding park all has its merits. Hidden lid to protect the catch from coming out. Currently working as a lottery ticket seller. But even if Amanda dies, she will recognize it. Voice and angel wings tattoo. God was in his hand, so she gave the signal. The police approached and arrested him. After many days, the kidnapper also confessed. Find out the mastermind behind Miss Rebecca's threats to the safety of the person he loved, so named. The kidnapper has turned against Sharon. Waiting a lot. For years, I have not seen my mother-in-law change my name to Coz. As for her and her child, she is afraid that one day will come that she is the second Amanda, so Sharon has denounced her mother-in-law's crimes against George and the police, and she also confessed to the incident. I just hope George can forgive me. Ms. George's husband and daughter were extremely hurt. Miss Rebecca is a miserable and hateful person. She is a real person. It doesn't count for the person she cruelly killed. Damn, my mother kidnapped me so my father could tell me. His guards had to take him away from the country. But that was still a problem. I hope you don't harm your wife and children. I hope you don't. The police also investigated the kidnapping. George was also Miss Rebecca's grandmother. Miss Rebecca has committed many serious crimes. Finally, the law punished her. I went into the closet to open the calendar but still don't know. She repented and blamed everything. The guilt is on Amanda's head. She feels angry. Hate his poor daughter-in-law to the bone since the day she went to George prison. I didn't even visit her even once. As my grandparents said, a poisonous tree has no fruit. The girl was single and had no children. So she lived with his father. For 10 years she still did not give birth to him. She had no children, so she hated the job. A woman loved by her husband. And having children, she felt extreme pain when must witness other people's happiness. Fuck, that's why whether it's Amanda or Deborah grandma, no one is allowed to have children. Has the right to be happy when she is not. It's the cruelty that has turned Miss Rebecca back. Became a terrifying demon as a result. Everyone shunned the grandmother who lost everything, including even the love and affection of George. George and Amanda have been through so much suffering and loss. They also have everyday happiness George plays with. Son whose heart is filled with joy. I feel like my life is much fuller. Now he felt grateful that Amanda knew. All the suffering still did not leave him. Looked at his gentle wife with a knowing heart. Thank you so much. George held Amanda's hand and said, Mr. Thank you so much. Thanks to you I have it. Can feel complete happiness like. Thank you, my dear wife. I'm being too polite. Don't you ever say those words from now on. Like that. She kissed boring Ryan Dam. Drowning in the drowsiness of love and happiness. Happiness in the heart of Amanda. Her young child. The mouth smiled at that moment. Sunshine. Bin Min is also warmer than a 3-family house. Who were happy together. Amanda also picked up her mother. Coming to live with Miss Carol. We have fun every day. With grandchildren, the feeling of seeing their children. The girl is happy with her husband and children. Satisfied. She was grateful to Buddha. Bless her and bless her children and grandchildren. Your children and grandchildren have overcome so much suffering. Feel the joy of life. If people meet each other forever, it is fate. Cherish the fate of meeting, although life. If there are difficulties, we should still hold on. I have a kind heart and love. That life is the medicine that heals all wounds. A year later, Amanda was pregnant again. Monday she was filled with happiness, but Also felt her mother-in-law's pain. Seeing how pitiful Miss Rebecca was. She was wrong. Spend a lifetime without knowing what happiness is. What do you share those thoughts with? George's husband, after many days of contemplation, also decided to forgive Miss Rebecca. One beautiful sunny day, George brought Amanda over, visiting Miss Rebecca's guilty mother who has gone crazy. Amanda feels sorry for human life for once. Mistakes sometimes cannot be corrected for a lifetime. I was wrong and asked to transfer her to the hospital. Mental illness so that she can receive better care. Koi. Like that's the love I have for you. Ms. Vanga. Dear listeners, if you find it interesting, please give me a like for the video. And subscribe to the channel. This action is great. Small but a great source of motivation. For me, the editorial board is very welcoming. Opinions as well as stories. Yours is sent, so don't hesitate. Please share with us sincerely. Wishing you and yours good health. Have moments of relaxation. Most comfortable and fun. See you again. Next video.